Hello. Since it's getting really close to Christmas, I thought I'd share with you some of the Christmas videos and CDs I own. The music CDs, I don't have all of the ones that I want on CD because I've either bought them on iTunes or have downloaded them through my Spotify account. Anyway, I'll start off with the CDs. A lot of them are a little childish because I'm a kid at heart, and I always will be. This one is Christmas Sing-Along. It's just a cute CD. Different songs on it, and you sing along with it, and it's really cute, and it's kind of fun, and it has those very typical Christmas songs like Silent Night, Carol of the Bells, O Come All Ye Faithful. Next, I have another Christmas sing-along. This one is a actual DVD, but it's a music thing, and it just it's cartoon, and it just has the lyrics at the bottom with that little bobbing ball that shows you what you're supposed to be singing. This is on VHS. My dad turned it into a DVD. He did that with a lot of things, because a lot of my favorite Christmas videos were on VHS, and they had to be converted if I wanted to keep them, because I was moving and I didn't want to take my VHS player. And it's funny because it still says list contents here. Anyway, it's really cute. It's probably my favorite DVD music thing around Christmas. I watch it every year, multiple times, because it makes me feel like a little girl. And I'm very happy. Mannheim's Steamroller. I don't know if I pronounced it right. I hope I did. A Fresh Air Christmas. It's just something I grew up listening to. My mom loves them, so I listened to them every year when I was a kid, and they're just really lovely. I had the opportunity. I was up visiting my father in Seattle, Washington, and they had a concert up there, but unfortunately I was unable to attend due to some health issues, which was really sad. Another few Christmas groups that I've always really enjoyed are the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. They are absolutely amazing, and I've really enjoyed listening to them. A Christian group called Go Fish put out a few years ago this really just well put together Christmas CD with really good harmonies, and it's just really pleasant to the ears. Another one that's more of a comical twist on Christmas is a CD by an a cappella group called Straight No Chaser, and they are absolutely brilliant and funny, and I just absolutely enjoy every song I've heard by them. And anyway, I will move on to my DVDs now. Now, this is a classic, A Christmas Story. They are actually remaking it. I think it was this one. I'm pretty sure it was this one. It's funny. It's ridiculous. I've always found it a little odd. The Christmas Spirit. I'm gonna read it just in case if you've never heard what it's about. The Christmas Spirit isn't served up with more heartfelt warmth or observant hilarity than in this beloved adaptation of Jean Shepherd's holiday story. In 1940s Indiana, 9-year-old Ralphie, Peter Billingsley, that's the actor that played him, dreams of his ideal Christmas gift, a genuine Red Ryder 200-shot carbine action air rifle. But when gruff dad, Darren McGavin, and doting mom, Belinda Dillon, regularly respond with, "You'll shoot your eye out," Ralph remounts a full-scale, dropping Santa-begging campaign. He also endures all kind of childhood calamities, from snowsuit paralysis to the yellow-eyed Scotty Farkas affair to the dreadful tongue-on-a-frozen-flagpole gambit. Would Triple Dog dare you to unwrap a more welcome Yuletide classic? It's really is a Christmas classic. I just thought it was weird because they have this lamp here that's like a woman's leg with stockings and high heels. It's very weird. And then there's this whole scene with elves when he goes to see Santa. It's really funny. Next, I have Elf. If you haven't seen this movie, you're probably living in a hole. I only say that because almost every single one of my friends and family have seen it. It is most of my friends' favorite Christmas film. It is not mine. I have that reserved for a special thing that I watched all the time when I was little. But it is really good, and it's funny, and Will Ferrell actually graduated from the high school that I did. So, yeah. I have a special connection with him because he went to the same high school as me. Next is Christmas with the Cranks. It's really interesting. It's about a group of people, or not group of people, these two, who decide to skip Christmas one year and go on a cruise, I think, instead. It's really funny because they go and get, they go to tanning booths and get all tan, and their daughter goes off to college and then comes home and surprises them, and it really just shows you how, like, a community can come together, and it's really cute, and I enjoyed it. This was actually based off of a book. I can't remember who the author was or what it was called. I think it was called Skipping Christmas. He's a really good author, and a lot of his books have been made into movies. He usually writes about lawyers and mystery novels, but he did this one as well. And so, yeah. I also forgot to tell you what Elf is about if you don't know. It's about a boy. I can't remember if he was adopted or lost at birth. An orphan boy, they just say it's an orphan. He gets adopted by Santa and his elves, and he's a little different because all the elves are really small, and then there's him, full-grown man, and he's not the best elf. And then one day he leaves the North Pole to go find his real father in New York City, and a bunch of funny, I want to say, calamities unfold. It's really enjoyable. Next is A Fruitcake Christmas. It's just a thing I watched when I was younger. It's just a little cartoon video about a caterpillar and some of his bug friends, furry and friends. I remember watching this one year. Back when I lived in Washington State, there was a horrible snowstorm, and it was cold out, and it was like just snow and ice everywhere, and we were going up a very high hill back up to my house, and I remember being really scared because we kept sliding backwards and there were cars that were crashing into each other, and it's very scary. So we had a DVD player in the car, so my mom put this on and it helped distract me. We ended up fine and no damage was done, but we did get home and find that my poor little puppy, we accidentally left her outside in the snow, and she was fine. She was just really happy to see us and a little cold, and we gave her lots of treats and took a blow dryer to her to melt all the snow off her paws and cuddled with her to make sure she was warm. She's still alive and doing wonderful, but she lives with my dad in Washington, so I don't get to see her very much. Next, we have VeggieTales Holiday Double Feature. I have a few VeggieTale ones. I grew up on VeggieTales. I grew up in a very Christian home, and I went to a Christian school. I will talk more about my religion and myself in another time. This has two really adorable stories. One is The Toy That Saved Christmas, and the toy is called Buzzsaw Louie, and he's just really cute, and he doesn't want to be a toy, so he breaks out and he helps stop this company from destroying Christmas and what Christmas, like the true story of Christmas for the little town that's in this story. And then the Star of Christmas is about, these are all vegetables, by the way, vegetables and well of fruit, but it's called VeggieTales, and they did this before tomatoes discovered that it really was a fruit. But anyway, it's about them putting on a play for Christmas, and it's just really cute, and it shows that like friendship and love can like power, not like romantic love, but like friendship, love, and caring about others and the people in your town. It's just, it's cute. Next we have A Christmas Carol, and I know there are a lot of versions of this out there. This one actually has Nicolas Cage and Kate Winslet in it. It's the typical Christmas story. I don't know who plays who, but I actually did not know until I just looked at the front and said like, oh wait, Nicolas Cage and Kate Winslet and Simon Callow, but I don't, not Cowell, Simon Callow. I don't know who that is. Some of you might. It's just a very beautiful story of Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, and there have been a lot released out, but this is the one I have. I think I might have another one. I don't know where it is, but anyway, this is the cartoon version. It came out it does not say when it came out. It probably does. I am just missing it. 2003. Came out in 2003. So I was younger and I enjoyed it. Next is a big Christmas classic. I love this case. It's The Grinch, but I don't know if you can hear it, but it has fuzz for his jacket, his hat, his little stockings, and then there's Cindy Lou Who. I think that's her name. I might be wrong. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I know there's a little girl in here and she helps change his heart, and it's covered and the like glitter, and the cake is shiny, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's 3D ish, like it just has dimension to it. But it's a classic, and I enjoy it. And it's always been one that I've watched every year. So I got the 50th birthday deluxe edition, and it's really cute. And of course it's Dr. Seuss. Next, I have the very well known Home Alone Complete Caper Edition. If I remember right, they are making a new one of these, a 5th one. The first two have the same boy in it. It's a little boy who gets left home alone. He has a very large family, and they come to visit for Christmas, and he's not treated very well. He's kind of, as you would say, the runt of the litter. As in, he kind of gets brushed past by everyone else. And they all go on vacation, and they accidentally leave him behind. And there are these burglars who try to break into his house, and he stops them and makes some friends along the way. And he's very smart. It's one of my favorites. Then there's the second one when they go, I think it's on a trip to Paris. And he gets on the wrong flight. But he also has his dad's credit card and everything. But instead of going to Paris, he ends up in New York City. And he ends up running into the same two guys that tried to break into him before they are out of jail or whatever. And they find him. And it's just a really interesting story. I can't remember everything because it's been a while since I've seen this, but he manages to get himself a hotel room and room service, and it's really interesting. The third one is about a boy who's homesick with chicken pox, and he comes across this lady, and he shovels the snow out of her driveway for her, and when she was coming home on an airplane, her bag got switched with somebody else, and instead of having this like expensive loaf of bread, she gets this toy car. Unbeknownst to her, there's like some chip inside of it that has some military secrets in it that these people right here are trying to get. And she gives the little toy car to the little boy as a reward. And then these people, these 4 guys, it's all 3 guys and 1 girl, they come after him, and he's very smart, and he's kind of like the little boy who cried wolf, but he's not really crying wolf. There are people there, they just don't believe him. And then there's Home Alone, Taking Back the House. They didn't really call it number 4, they just called it Taking Back the House. I can't remember what it's about, but it's some rich kid's son, and he's home alone. It's probably the one I've seen the least amount of times. Out of all of them, my favorite is probably this one. I don't know why. I just liked it the best. It's the box set, so it has all 4. And it's a really nice thing to have. Next is the Christmas shoes. It's a cute story about a mom who has, I think it's a heart problem. It's really sad, by the way. A mom has a heart problem, and she's dying, and she needs a heart transplant. And she's been on the list for a while, and this little boy wants to get her these shoes that she's wanted for a long time, I think. If we are open to it, the smallest of miracles can change our lives. After 10-year-old Nathan Andrews learns that this will be his mother's last Christmas, he decides to buy her a special gift. As Nathan sets out on his quest, fate puts him in the path of Robert Layton, an overworked attorney who has forgotten to take time for his family. It's the boy's love for his mother that inspires Robert to reconnect with what's truly important in his life, Inspired by the #1 hit song and best-selling book, The Christmas show that small miracles happen every day. You just have to be willing to see them. I can't remember the entire story, but I remember it's really good, and I cried. That's not saying much. I cry a lot when it comes to sad parts in movies or really happy parts. But it's a really good movie. Next is The Santa Claus. It's about a guy whose son believes in Santa. He's kind of like a workaholic. He and his wife recently split up, and his son's coming to stay with him for a little while. And then he hears a little knocking on the roof, and he goes out to check, and he startles Santa, and Santa falls off the roof and dies. He kind of vanishes because Santa is like magical, and he puts on the suit because there's a note that says put on the suit. I can't remember exactly what it says. He puts on the suit and he becomes Santa Claus. There are 2 more in the series, but I don't have them. It's a really good series. Next is Miracle on 34th Street. This is actually an unopened edition. I think I have another one in my pile that's has been opened. No, it's a different version, like an older version of Miracle on 34th Street. I have seen it. I don't know where my open version is, but it's a very, very good movie, and it kind of just gives you the magical feeling of Christmas and all there is about it. I can't remember exactly what it's about, but it's really adorable and it's a good movie. Next, we have The Polar Express. I absolutely adore this movie. It's unopened. I haven't opened it yet. It came out a few years ago, and it's just really well made, and it's kind of just this beautiful story that just takes you into like a new world and kind of helps you believe in things that you have a hard time believing in, and gives you hope that people care. I don't know. It's a really good movie. It's like you get up, get on, and get ready for the ride of your life. It's Christmas Eve, and you're about to roller coaster up and down the mountains, subside over ice fields, teeter across mile-high bridges, and be served hot chocolate by singing waiters, more astonishing than any you can imagine. You're on the Polar Express. Tom Hanks stars in, and Robert Zemeckis directs this instant holiday classic, filmed in dazzling performance capture animation that makes every moment magical. Seeing is believing, says a mysterious hobo who rides the rails with you. You'll see wonders and you'll believe. All aboard! It's just magical and beautiful, and I love it. It's not my ultimate favorite, but it is definitely up in my top 5. Next is Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He has to go shopping for a Christmas toy that he was supposed to pick up a long time ago. The guys are always the workaholics. And so he forgets to pick up his son's, and he's always late to his son's toy, and he's always late to his karate matches. So he has to go pick up this toy. And then this whole battle ensues between him and another man, and it ends up with him impersonating this guy at a parade. And it's really funny and enjoyable, and there's this whole scene where he flies around, and it's just really funny. Next is another VeggieTales one called It's a Meaningful Life. It's based off the classic. I've actually never seen this one, but I do own it. I think it was my sister's. It's based off of, I think a book or a movie or something. But all VeggieTales ones are really good and well done, and I've always enjoyed them. Next is a collection of Christmas classics, like the older versions of them, like not the redone, all fancy animated ones. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The Snow Queen, which is beautiful. I absolutely love it. Jack Frost, Santa and the Three Bears, which is so cute. The Christmas Burrow, and the Alphabot's Christmas. I think this one is the newest of all of them, and it's really good. You can hear the disc rattling around inside because it's not put in properly. Next is A Charlie Brown Christmas. I don't know why there's a post-it note on it. But Charlie Brown is just brilliant, and I love the Peanuts. My favorite one they do is the Easter one, because I love the part where Snoopy goes into the little sugar things. But this is cute, and this tree is just kind of like the most adorable Christmas tree I've ever seen before. And it's really good. Next is a very, very, very classic, Frosty the Snowman. I prefer to have like the original cartoons and stuff, just because it makes it feel more like a classic. I think I had this one on VHS, and then when DVD players were more popular and VHSs, that's how you say it, the plural, weren't, we switched over all of the movies we could. We would get rid of all of the VHS ones I had, like my old Rugrats and all my old stuff, into DVDs. If we could buy them on DVD, we would. If not, we would try to convert them. This is the original that's shown on CBS, and it's just really good. And I used to have like Rugrats and Barbie movies all on VHS, and those were converted. I had, if you know Recess, that cartoon show, that was on it. And now for the last one, my favorite Christmas movie ever. This was on VHS originally, and we had to convert it to DVD. It's called Snowden on Ice. The characters don't talk, but there's one, they call him the Zamboni Man. He does all the narrating. It's about a mom and her daughter who moved back to the mom's old home, and she was like a really good ice skater. And they moved back to her old home, and it's right on a lake. And so she starts, I think, teaching her daughter how to ice skate. And then there's like a rivalry between her and I think her old foe. And then there's these really adorable like scenes. No, she does talk in it once. And I think this girl's actually a professional ice skater. And she reads her daughter a story in it. And it's really lovely, and I just love it, and it's magical and beautiful, and yeah. So anyway, that is some of my Christmas collection. Not all of it. I will be posting, I think, another one either today or tomorrow. I'll be reading some Christmas stories, like, Christmas is my favorite holiday, and it has so much meaning behind it, because getting together with family and friends and cozying up with a fire with a book. And I live in a very sunny place that is sunny all year round, and there's no snow here, and it rains like not at all, which is very different from where I used to live in Seattle. And it is just, Christmas here is something I have to put more effort into for it to start feeling like Christmas, because I don't get the snow or the rain or the Christmas lights, because nobody puts up Christmas lights here. Just because the way the houses are built in this area, Christmas lights don't really go up well. And I do live in an apartment now, so putting Christmas lights up outside is a little difficult. But the inside of my apartment is always very decorated. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a very relaxing evening, and I love you all.